Welcome to our online webinar on living with meaning and purpose in the digital age. Am I audible properly?
Yes.
Okay. So just to introduce our organization is called Prajapita Brahmakumari Ishwarya Vishwavidyalaya. It was established in 1936 in the Hyderabad, Sindh city. And it is one of the largest organization led by women in the world. And we have our presence in more than 140 countries and more than 8,800 centers. And more than 8.5 lakh students are connected with the Brahma Kumaris, both Grihast and the Surrendered Sisters. We have more than 20 wings. Brahma Kumari has different wings to provide its spiritual service and the application of Raj Yoga meditation in the different fields and sectors of society. So we have more than 20 wings like IT wing, engineering and scientist wing, transport wing, sports wing, medical wing, etc. So today's program is getting organized by our IT wing. So the Raj Yoga Education and Research Foundation is one of the sister concern of Brahma Kumaris. So today RERF is organizing this program. And the aim and object of this wing is to bring that internal transformation in the IT professionals through Raj Yoga meditation and through the spiritual knowledge and awareness. So till date, it has organized several IT programs, seminars, workshops with the IT professionals, including Google, Microsoft, TCS, IBM, Reliance, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, Cognizant, and a lot more, all the multinational companies. So Brahma Kumari is also UN affiliated, and being a NGO, non-for-profit organization, it is in general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council and UNICEF. So it is internationally recognized organization. And Raj Yoga meditation is the foundation of Brahma Kumaris. I can say the USP of Brahma Kumaris is the seed of the knowledge is Raj Yoga meditation, in which Paramatma teaches us how to empower our inner potential, or to emerge all the inner powers to lead a peaceful and happy life. So today's program, as I had said, that the topic is living with meaning and purpose in the digital age. So what is the digital age? Digital age means the world of technology. हम इंसानों ने टेक्नोलॉजी बनाया. We human being, we created technology for the comfort of human being, to use the technology for our comfort and for our ease. But now what is happening? We are getting used by the technology. So instead of mastering the technology and mastering this instrument, now we are becoming the slave of this technology. So now, if you can see in this COVID situation, in this lockdown situation, though technology is helping us a lot in connecting with each other and running our professional life and helping a lot, it became the right now the backbone of the entire society right now in earning our money, in getting connected with each other, in getting our health services, everything. But still, if you can see, you can observe in the IT field, there is a very famous terminology which is called the midlife crisis. The psychologists, they have coined this terminology, midlife crisis. What is that? That in the जब इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन हुआ था, इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के बाद बहुत सारी ये जो IT कंपनीज इवॉल्व हुए थे, एंड सक्सेसफुली इंडिया में भी बहुत सारे IT कंपनीज बहुत सक्सेस हो रहे थे, लाइक TCS, Infosys, सत्यम एंड ऑल. सो एक पर्टिकुलर एज के बाद देखा गया था, जैसे स्टार्टिंग में ये सारे कंपनीज बिकॉज ऑफ द सैलरी पैकेज एंड द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू मूव अराउंड द वर्ल्ड एंड एवरीथिंग, the starting job is very exciting for all the professionals. But after running 20 years, 15-20 years, they reach to a certain point where somebody is writing that I'm not audible. Okay, so sister, is it audible right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so just I was mentioning about that midlife crisis. That is a term which is explaining about the depression label in the IT professionals, or in today's professional, not only in the IT professional, but now in this era, in this time, in the COVID situation also, we are going through such a situation where technology is there, but we are, instead of getting that happiness and peace, we are getting rather depressed by using the excessive usage of this technology, and we are sometimes feel like we are losing control on the technology. We don't have control on it. Somehow we feel like we are the slave of this technology. So now today's program is aiming at to teach us how we can use spirituality to develop our inner power, so that we can emerge the power of control, power of judgment, power of discrimination, so that we can use all our powers to handle this technology, use it for our comfort, and we can maintain our inner balance, our inner peace and happiness. So let me just introduce our sister. So to enlighten us on this topic, today we have our sweet sister BK Sarika. She's a Raj Yoga practitioner and trainer. She is an active spiritual practitioner in Brahma Kumari since childhood, and now she is a Raj Yoga trainer. And the inclination in spirituality was inspired by her parents, and she surrendered her life in this godly service 24 years back. And now she is a Raj Yoga meditation faculty, and she had conducted several sessions in different parts of India. She is an active trainer in Brahma Kumari's transport and travel wing, and she is a corporate trainer. So she had given her sessions in various corporates like LIC, Railway, Amul, Tata Motors, the AV Engineering College, Universal Engineering College, and a lot more. And she had covered a lot of topics like attitude of life, stress management, power of concentration, self-empowerment, overcoming anger, living life lovingly, and a lot more. And she is a classically trained artist in her early days. Now she is also choreographing a lot of our Brahma Kumari's in-house programs, and till date she had choreographed more than 100 events. So now I would just like to welcome our sweet sister to enlighten us on this topic, and to tell us that how to live with meaning and to get the purpose in this digital life. Welcome, sister.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sister Sudipta, for briefing. I welcome all of them. Today I'm going to speak on the topic living life with meaning, purpose, and wisdom in the digital age. I just wanted to know that am I audible?
Yes, sister.
Okay, thank you, sister. In front of me are such a valuable and precious souls. You are such an invaluable asset of the world society. The world is physically stopped, but people like you made it possible to keep it still going on and not completely shut down. So I'm talking to such an intelligent souls. A deep respect for all of you who belong to the technology domain. Amazing inventions by IT. Amazing inventions by IT, such as this Zoom meeting through which we are meeting. You people who belong to the technology domain brought the world together in your terms on the digital and virtual platform. This is the age of much knowledge. We get plenty of knowledge from many resources. There is a tremendous progress in technology. Google is such a good resource of information. But as it is said that we live in the age of much knowledge and little thought, life and wisdom is not merely just about knowing facts, but it is about internalizing the truth and integrating it in life. Information is useful when it is used to make our decisions. Along with the information, if I'm aware of myself, if I'm aware of my purpose, then I use it accordingly. And so it is said that I know my purpose and I love my life. Living life with purpose reflects of who you are. What are your beliefs? What are your values? What are your passion for living? It is like allowing your heart to do what it wants to do. At first, it feels very overwhelming or go too deep inside. But that's where you need to go, too deep into your heart, where you're with your passion and purpose. Actually, we need to do our real soul searching to get the real meaning of the life. Sometimes some people feel that they are just spinning the hamster wheel of life and getting into nowhere. One has to know the specific purpose. One has to realize that our life is for specific purpose. Our life is a gift from God. And what we make it is in return my gift to the God. So I should discover my purpose of life. It is very important. Next slide. There are plenty of choices in the world. Our choice should be reflective of what am I, what are my beliefs. Because some people ask that what is life? And then they say that life is from B to D, from birth to death. But between B and D, there lies C. C stands for a choice. Our life is a matter of choice. If we live well, our choice never goes wrong. We go according to a choice, but still why we are stuck? Sometimes we are very stubborn and determined about our choice, but still we are stuck. Why? We live in an unknown territory, yet we don't have a road map. One has to create his own road map. One has to work hard to achieve his highest aspiration. One has to know, one has to encourage himself to make his potentials blossom. Let us see this picture. It says that picture speaks more than 1,000 words. All of us must have heard about this syndrome. Overcoming this is what we call right awareness. An elephant can easily move the rope away, but still he's stuck. And here we need what we call is right awareness. So what is the missing link? A major definite purpose. Next. A major definite purpose and a focus awareness is what is the missing link. And I hope by the end of the session, we may get our right answer. Let us know the meaning of life. Know what is important in our life. Importance could be anything, family time, or singing all the time, all the day. It could be more complex ideas like honesty, simplicity. Simplicity means being honest and simple in every aspect of life. So importance could be anything, people or our talents or skill, or it could be money or material. It could be anything. So we should know importance of life. Anything which gives a life meaning and importance. Importance also helps us to reach the destination and know the right pathway. So one should know the importance of life. Next is focus on one thing. In order to focus on one thing, we have to ignore many other things in life. And it is very important to ignore. We must always have an option for something else later, because focus requires that you do one thing at a time. Focus is the key for productivity. And when you say no to many other options, it unlocks your ability to accomplish that one thing which is left. And you pour yourself to that task. You become so immersed that you do everything you can do to fulfill that, accomplish that work. And that changes everything. Your work improves a lot. Focus requires that you regularly work on something. It finally regularly works for you. So focus on one thing at a time. Next is people more than things. Just as we discussed that we should know what is important. So importance could be anything, people or a laptop or a car or a mobile, anything. If we lose a laptop or a car, we can get it another, the same, or we can purchase it. But if we lose someone we love, can we get the same another? So importance is the well-being of our family and friends. Without them, I would not have been what I am today. They would have had that, I would have not had their influence to shape me as the person. So whenever I'm stuck to some materialistic things, then just stop and think about our priorities and people in our life that are important. Next is discover the purpose of life. A 2000 study published in Applied Psychology said that people having a sense of purpose along with the sense of control tend to live longer. And so one must discover the purpose of life with plenty of self-reflection. Because it is very important to discover your purpose of life. And when you discover that, your innate qualities start exploring. And next, we'll see some of the key components to discover the purpose of life. Next slide. Some of the key components to fully develop a mission. First thing is to set a mission and vision. A mission should be achievable. It should be in written. It should have a time frame to fulfill it. Mission means a goal that provides a sense of direction, a guide. It provides a sense of direction and guide to our life. A mission justifies the attitude, the outlook, and orientation. It is said that dreams are the touchstones of our character. And a vision is useful. A vision is the most important dream or a mental picture. Mission and vision are portrayed together. To fulfill a vision, a sweet vision can fulfill a mission. Let me give you an example. Let me tell you the example in Hindi. एक बार President Winston Churchill, he had organized a big spiritual awareness program in the church. And he spent a lot of money in advertisement. And finally, the program was arranged. And then, 2 days before, in the country, there was heavy rains. And the country was nearly drowned. पूरा पानी से भर गया था. तब वो बहुत उदास हो गए कि अब क्या करें. तब उनकी वाइफ ने उनको मोटिवेट किया कि आप बहुत ब्यूटीफुल विजन तैयार करो, कि आपकी मेहनत सक्सेस हो रही है, इतनी जो आपने मेहनत की है. So with the positive thoughts, he started creating beautiful vision for the successful program. And finally, the day arrived. There were heavy rains and country was drowned, but still 80,000 public were with the umbrella in the church. And as he was delivering his speech, he shared his experience that he created a beautiful vision. He said that मैंने बहुत अच्छा संकल्प किया था कि सभी लोग आएंगे. And even he got a very good response from the public. Even they told that they even had an urge to come to the church. People reached the church because of their own goodness, which was silently awakened by the strong belief. When you are alone in the path of goodness, but with 100% conviction, then it compels millions and billion people to believe your goodness. And so a beautiful vision is very important for the success of mission. Next is set priorities and goals. A study by the University of Stanford says that only 8% of people who set the goals at the beginning of the year accomplish them. That means only 8% out of every 100 people who set the goals attain them. Goals should be not targeted. Just not targeted. Anybody can say that I want to publish a best-selling book, or I want to create an app that is going to change the world. But actually making it happen needs something else together. So goal setting means identifying actually what you want to achieve, taking measurable steps to achieve it, and then setting priorities accordingly. Goal setting is a process of transforming the outer world, which reflects the inner desires. After setting the goal, what is lacking is the practical knowledge and taking essential methods to draft an action plan. Then we can set the priorities. It is said that priorities differ day by day. Priorities should be set almost every day. When we start achieving our daily small goals, it helps us to achieve the ultimate real goal of life. And so goals and priorities are to be set together. Next, and the very important topic is technology and right awareness. Today, technology is becoming aware of the subtle things which are beyond our visibility. Similarly, our entire life depends upon the awareness of what type of awareness we carry. We made technology to save time. But globally, we all human beings are busy in discovering more and more technology. So are we progressing with the right awareness, or we are being carried away by our own creation. As we already discussed about understanding the missing link, about the importance, about priorities and goals, you might have had been a question at that moment that all okay, but how to do this? So here is the key. Right awareness is the key. With the help of this, we can sort out many things. Let me give you an example. A luxurious vehicle like Mercedes or Rolls-Royce with a brilliant aerodynamics accompanied with the powerful engine is a masterpiece of technology. But a brilliant aerodynamic, luxurious features without an advanced technology engine, is it any worth? Or take it another way, an advanced technology engine without an aerodynamical designed body, no luxury, no comfort under the roof, unpleasant appearance, no safety features. So is it any worth? Now coming back to our discussion, let us consider technology, the vehicle body, aerodynamics, and right awareness, the engine. They both need to complement each other. When brought together, they can create miracles. Technology is a great resource, but right awareness is like mastering the resource. Before the digital age, when gadgets were motorized and vaguely termed as analog or manual, during the Second World War or after, I don't know the exact time, but similar time, cameras with the film roll were used to capture images. But obviously, it had a rolling mechanism to roll in one direction and capture images. But when the cameras were used in the flying plane, it was not able to capture any images. What was the reason? The flying direction of the plane and the rolling direction of the roll of the camera were the same. After so much of complicated brainstorming, they came to a very simple solution. Without additional cost, without any extra invention, they came to a very simple solution. They just changed the direction of the roll of the camera opposite to the flying direction of the plane and got the result. The flying direction of the plane was very opposite, and they changed the roll of the camera opposite to the direction, and they got the answer. So by right awareness, we can master the resource in right direction. Next is filtering unwanted data. Professionals do understand the importance of filtering, be it a network domain or a developer's domain. Filtering made tasks convenient. It saves a lot of time, money, resources. It benefits a lot. People use filtering for network traffic, database records, device logs, and whatnot. Similarly, right awareness means filtering unwanted thoughts and keeping the mind busy in right thinking. Just observe the thoughts, try to change the direction of the thoughts, and create positive and happy thoughts. By real self-awareness, we can become the master of our thoughts. And similarly, it saves time, energy, and gives us good health. Doctors say that a normal human being creates 50 to 60,000 thoughts per day. And if we are in stress, the thought starts multiplying. By the right awareness, we can be a keen observer of our thoughts. We can slow down our thoughts and give them a right and positive direction. So it is very important to filter unwanted data. Now the next is towards the core, being the core. Science prefers visible things, proofs, gradually moving from the materialistic view to the subtle view. Initially, we had big size computers, big room size computers, which used to do simple calculation jobs. Today, we have computers at our fingertips, which are doing much more complicated jobs. So, initially, the inventions were very huge, but later it's got refined and it started getting realistic. The same applies in all inventions in every area. So the discovery of atom happened and the game changed. Today we are going beyond atom level. We are talking about the quantum technology, which is the journey of science. We are moving towards the core, the subtlety. Why? Because the real core of ourselves is unknown to us, and the urge to know it is compelling us. In famous term, it is said that from known material to unknown subtlety. When we talk about spirituality, spirituality is starting from the core and then moving towards the outer things. In spirituality, the core is highlighted and expected to keep it emerge. Importance lies around the core. The core is the influencer and other things are dependent. So keeping the core stable and then coming into action is advisable, because if the core is stable, then the material is stable and there the peace lies. Core has limitless values. Knowing the core is like becoming limitless, and it brings broader aspects into action. Science and spirituality are very close to each other, very close. Knowing, getting lost into an research is the spirituality of science. And knowing each and everything thoroughly and implementing it wisely is the science of spirituality. So, with the right awareness, we can master the technology. And technology and right awareness, when brought together, can create miracles. Being online with yourself. We human beings are brought up in a condition which is restricted to an egocentric self. And all our innate qualities tend to get suppressed and to be operate to the condition which are shaped. When we were born, we were nothing by post and position and everything to our parents. But as we grew up, the same me became a student, a neighbor, a friend, a fresher, a newbie, a senior, and so on. So the real me is the same, but playing different roles. Awareness distinguishes between and beyond the boundaries and brings a broader aspects of ourselves, making us realize that the real me is the same. It's just playing different roles. And with the right awareness, you are able to play your every role very efficiently and successfully. So be always connected with yourself. And when you are connected to yourself, all the goodness which is there within us start exploring in our life. Next, I just want to do a simple activity. I just want to ask you a simple question. that if you were invisible for a day, what would you do? I've been talking for 15-20 minutes. Now I want you all to talk, you all to speak. If just imagine that if you were invisible for a day, what would you do? अगर आप लोगों को एक दिन के लिए इनविजिबल होने का मौका दे भगवान, तो आप क्या करेंगे? Anybody just raise hands? Anybody? Yes. Mr. Brother Karol. Yes, Brother Karol. Just unmute yourself and speak. Yes, brother. Yes.
Hello, all. Hello, sister.
Yes.
I have a lot. My dog is outside and barking. So I want to say all hello. Have a good day.
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
Oh, very simple. I start talking with my wife and tell her what I feel.
Achha.
And then I go to the my garden and I don't know, running.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, brother. Somebody else? Yes, Dr. Atul.
Yes, sister. I will see all the people who are causing problems in the world. Like some people are misusing power, some people are hoarding money. They are cause of all the problems in our world. So I will find them out, being invisible, and report to the government, because apparently
Very good.
governments are not aware who is doing what wrong thing, and I will catch hold of those wrongdoing people and things, and hopefully we will have a better world to live in. Thank you.
Very beautiful. A big hand to Dr. Atul. Anybody else want to speak? Somebody else? Okay, we'll go back to the session. If you were invisible for the day, what would you do? I like Dr. Atul's answer. Even I was thinking of the same thing. I would go and meet some people and help the needy and see the happiness and glow in their face. Next. So I'm very thankful to you all. Our next slide is how happy people do things differently. First thing is express gratitude. Instead of complaining of what we don't have, we should start saying thanks to what we have. Positive psychology researchers have found neurological reasons why people benefit by expressing gratitude. Gratitude helps to build relationship, and gratitude refocus on what we have and not what we lack. So start saying thanks to each and every one whom you meet, to the nature mother, to our body, to our life, and thank to the God for the beautiful life he has given to us. Next is practice the act of kindness. Researchers have found that just by the act of kindness, by the feeling of kindness, serotonin is released in our brain. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that is involved in the transmission of the nerve impulses. Serotonin triggers the substances, release of the substances in the blood vessels of the brain which in turn causes the pain of migraine. It is also a key to mood regulator. So just by the act of kindness, we get so much of benefits, and even we can get good health. Next is learn to forgive. When two people are angry with each other, they are hurt by each other and they expect apologize from each other. Unfortunately, some people believe that they lose by admitting that they have been hurting someone and neither apologize, and the mutual resentment continues indefinitely. So it is important to know that you don't lose anything by admitting or by asking apologize or by apologizing anyone. Instead, you win and so the other one. So learn to forgive and forget and ask apologize whenever you hurt someone. Cultivate optimism. Winners have the ability to manufacture optimism. People who think optimistically can create a pack of endless opportunities, especially in trying times. So one should be always positive and think optimistically. Next is never doubt. Doubt is like a monster in our head. It has the ability to hijack our life and career and all our desires. Opposite to the doubt, we have faith. Faith is like the air we breathe. Faith can move mountains. As the oxygen nourishes our body, faith nourishes our heart and soul. People have moved mountains with the faith. Faith gives energy and it courses to every fiber and cell within the being. Whether it be the faith in God or somebody else, it sets us free and help us to achieve our aims and ambitions. Next. So have faith, never doubt. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, have faith in every work you do, have faith in every people with whom you live. So start doing trust, start keeping trust, and you may feel very relaxed. Spiritual calling. We live in the heart of the city. We don't get a quiet place to relax or analyze things. We need a quiet place. So where do we go for silence then? We need to travel and explore our inner world and find a healing place, a quiet place within myself. So I need to explore myself and go deep within myself. A real silence lies beneath me. And the real silence helps me to go beneath the dust and accumulations of things. It helps me to connect to my own being, to my own goodness. Real silence helps me to discover the antidote, the other end of the spectrum. A hungry infant can't tell in clear words that this is what I need. Most of the people feel the emptiness or neediness, but can't describe that this is what I need. When we go deep within ourselves and when we try to be in that silence, then we come to know that silence is neither emptiness nor a vacuum, but silence is a stage of fulfillment. Silence is a stage of stability, which helps us to connect to our own being, to our own goodness. And this is spiritual calling, God's calling, the real silence. So we should take some time and listen to our inner silent voice. Keeping the mind silent and experiencing the stillness of mind and living in the present gives us self-satisfaction and inner peace. You are not alone. God is always with you. The Supreme Being is always with you. Poets and writers have compared our life to the battlefield. The battle is not outside or with someone. It is the inner battle which everyone fights daily. Sometimes situations are very overpowered and we get trapped and we feel lost. We need some strength to restore ourselves. We need some help to face the unbeatable situation. We need some ustad. But ustad is not going to fight for you. He will remind you of the right move standing outside the ring. And when you use the right move and knock down the situation, you will be honored with the winner's medal. The Supreme Being has that importance of the ustad. He has endless source of power. And when we become short of that power, he reminds us of our originality. And he makes us invincible. His help comes from the real enlightenment, wisdom. And it brings a positive transformation in our life. So the mantra is correct belief in our Ustad, the Supreme Being, correct belief in his moves, and definitely it will help us to win the battle. So the Supreme Being is always with us. Many a times we hear that somewhere there is a hidden precious treasure buried under the soil or locked behind the doors somewhere or deep inside the tunnel. Similarly, each one of us on this earth have a precious treasure buried deep within ourselves or locked behind the doors, behind the dark thoughts. You may recall that I appreciated you for your contribution to the technology. And because of you, you made revolution in the lives of the people across the globe. If you try and you contribute in the inner dimensions of the life, if you invent or explore, then definitely there can be necessary revolution. The world is craving for the revolution of real peace and real happiness. So, dear friends, the art is that it demands master's craft. Otherwise, everyone is using their strength accordingly. But a master's contribution makes a huge difference. So you people can become the master craftsmen of a better world. You are the masters of the world, and your contribution can bring a very big revolution in the world. We need to liberate ourselves. It is very hard in the changing times and upcoming challenges. It is very hard. But we have to re-energize ourselves. We need to take a pause, a silent break. Pauses bring rhythm to our life. We cannot live without the long pause of the sleep or a tiny pause between our breaths. Inspiration and insights come from deep within and can't be reached by the mental focus or thinking or logic. They can be assessed when the mind is relaxed, and then the creativity flows. So whenever you are stuck up, just take a pause and be relaxed. And then you are ready to serve the world with your tremendous gift. So this is what I wanted to say. If you have any questions, we can go for question. Otherwise, we can go for a very sweet meditative journey. Do you have any questions? Or we can go for a meditative journey. Very relaxed, 10 minutes. Shall we go for the meditation?
Yes, sister, we can do the meditation now.
Okay. Sit comfortably. Be relaxed. Try to slow down your thoughts. See the reflection of yourself. अपना स्वयं का चेहरा देखने की कोशिश करें. मैं एक पॉइंट ऑफ लाइट हूं. I am a powerful soul, a sparkling soul in the middle of the forehead. भ्रुकुटी के मध्य में मैं निवास करती हूं. धीरे धीरे मेरा मन शांत हो रहा है, रिलैक्स हो रहा है. सारे मसल टेंशन्स फ्री हो रहे हैं. धीरे धीरे मैं साइलेंस में जा रही हूं. डीप विदिन. लेट्स गो डीप विदिन. अपने अंदर अपने आप को देखें. अपने टैलेंट्स, अपने स्किल्स को स्मृति में लाएं. मैं एक चमकता हुआ सितारा
Shanti. Thank you so much, sister, for this beautiful journey. आज सिस्टर ने हमें बहुत प्यार से हमें हमारा मीनिंग और पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ समझाया. We all professionals, not only IT, we all people who are right now under that question that what is the purpose of my life, में क्यों जी रहा हूँ, क्या कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे, और what next. हमारे लिए ये बहुत एक सटल आंसर आया है आज के इस सेशन के बाद कि life is all about to make ourselves eligible to serve the people, to serve the world. आज हम अपना खुद का ही मदद नहीं कर पा रहे, आज हमारी हालत ऐसी है हम खुद का ही हेल्प नहीं कर पा रहे. So with the help of this spiritual power, जैसे सिस्टर ने कहा कि what is the meaning of our life is all about gratitude, kindness, forgiveness, and being optimistic, happy. So these are the meaning of my life, true existence, true nature of my life. So to inculcate those personality and make ourselves eligible so that at least before dying, before leaving this body, we can serve some people, we can make some difference in people's life. So now the entire world is miserable. So now we have to start helping others instead of seeking help for our own self, only thinking about ourselves. The fear which is raising nowadays because of this COVID situation and which is happening all around, the fear is only because of this self-concern. We are only about concern of my body, my health, my what will happen to me. So when we shift our this perspective, that this concentration from me to others, that instead of only focusing my body, my health, because this is something has to finish, because this is created by this nature. So we have to leave this body one day. But before leaving this body, we have to do something good. So without inculcating this goodness, we cannot do this good karma before leaving this body. So that is the purpose of our life. So thank you, sister, so much for making us understand this in a very technical way, rather, because I am very sure all the IT professionals, they can relate with this entire explanation and the visuals and the slides that you had used. Thank you so much. So our organizer, thank you, sister.
Thank you, Sister Sudipta. And that's what I just wanted to tell in the session, that we are being carried away through the technology, but with the help of the right awareness, we can do everything in our life. And even I thank Brother Pitta Basa for taking so much of efforts for the success of this program. And even I thank sisters of Patiya Center, Bhubaneswar. And even I thank our brother Ravi from IT Wing Mount Abu. And I thank you all participants for being so patient and patiently listening this session, and for your active cooperation. And most of the thing, I thank Dr. Atul. I was very pleased by Dr. Atul's thoughts. So I thank everybody. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. So I would just like to invite one of our sister from Patiya, Bhubaneswar, to give a vote of thanks. So Sister Rosie, she will give the vote of thanks. So I would like to just welcome.
ओम शांति.
Om Shanti.
आज के प्रोग्राम के लिए सबसे पहले सर्वशक्तिमान, सबकी कल्याणकारी, सबकी रक्षक, हम सर्व आत्मा के पिता परमात्मा शिव बाबा को तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ. उसके बाद हमारे IT विंग के चेयरपर्सन परम आदरणीय राजयोगिनी डॉक्टर निर्मला दीदी जी को मैं तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ, जिनकी मार्गदर्शन में IT सेवाएं चल रही है. उसके बाद हमारे मधुबन के IT विंग कोऑर्डिनेटर राजयोगी वसवंत भाई जी को भी तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ. हमारे भुवनेश्वर सब जोन के मुख्य संचालिका हमारे परम आदरणीय राजयोगिनी लीना दीदी जी को भी तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ, जिनकी शुभ भावना से सेवा चल रही है। उसके बाद आज के हमारे विशेष वक्ता आदरणीय राजयोगिनी सारिका दीदी जी को दिल से बार बार धन्यवाद करती हूँ। दीदी जी हम सभी के आज के टॉपिक्स पर बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझाया। इसके लिए मैं दीदी जी को सभी के तरफ से, मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत थैंक्स। दीदी जी आपको बहुत बहुत थैंक्स। आज के प्रोग्राम में जिनका भी सहयोग रहा सबको बहुत बहुत थैंक्स। आप सभी जो पार्टिसिपेंट हैं जिन्होंने इस प्रोग्राम में जुड़े हैं, चाहे जूम के माध्यम से चाहे यूट्यूब के माध्यम से, आप सभी को बहुत बहुत थैंक्स। सभी को धन्यवाद करते हुए परमात्मा की याद में रहकर मैं वोट ऑफ थैंक्स समाप्त करती हूँ। ओम शांति।
ओम शांति दीदी जी।
ओम
पटिया
शांति।
सेंटर के सभी बहनों को और सभी भाई बहनों को भी, मुंबई की तरफ से आदरणीय दिव्या दीदी की तरफ से भी आप सभी को बहुत बहुत याद और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद दीदी जी। And even I thank Sister Sudipta for such a beautiful coordination. Thank you, sister.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much.
Okay, Brother Pitabasa, we should wind up, or you are going to play a beautiful song?
Yes, sister, sister, play now.
जरूर।
Thank you.
हम सभी इस गीत का जरूर आनंद
Thank you very much.
सबको धन्यवाद करते हुए भगवान को धन्यवाद करेंगे। इस गीत का जरूर आनंद।
ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो, ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो, दिल खुदाई मोहब्बत से भर जाएगा, ख्वाबों को तुम खुशनुमा पाओगे, ख्वाबों को तुम खुशनुमा पाओगे, आसमां से जन्नत उतर आएगा, इन ख्यालों में ऐसी है ताकत भरी, मोम पत्थर को कर दे वो कारीगरी, ये बना दे फरिश्ता ये हूर और परी, क्या गजब की है इनकी भी जादूगरी, इनसे सारे ज़माने की खिदमत करो, इनसे सारे ज़माने की खिदमत करो, खुद दुआओं से दामन संवर जाएगा, ख्यालों को यूं खूबसूरत करो। मुश्किलें